Hey, so I just wanted to set this video up. This has nothing to do with this video, but I wanted to throw it in somewhere. So I did. Sorry it looks a little painting-like when I zoom in. So this coyote killed our next-door neighbor's dog right at my trailer the night before. I'm sorry, that this night, just right after this filming, like as soon as it got dark. And it happened just like 100 feet from the trailer, and this coyote left him in the... Didn't eat him or anything, just left him in like a stream. And Dave found him in the morning. It was just horrible. And I was given, you know, command to shoot him on sight. However, I just can't. I guess if it was my dog, it wouldn't even be an issue. But I know he's just doing his thing. You know, these guys don't know. This is what they do. He doesn't, by the way, he has no idea I'm there. I'm like, I have my door just cracked and I'm in the dark. He cannot see me. And he's walking right towards the farm, right towards us. He's looking at the horses. I don't know what he's looking for. Maybe my cat? He's going to get my cat. That's the problem. She loves going outside now. He's really cool. And how do you shoot that, you know? I'm not shooting him. I think Dave's going to. So anyway,
so he went the other way.
The video... Bear with it if you can. It's a long video, but I mean, I literally get led into oblivion, like in the middle of fields and stuff, and end up at this really cool place. So it was an interesting day today. That's all. I just wanted to say hello to you guys. I don't do this very much. This actually annoys people when I go over the video, but I'm not talking really anyway. I say a couple things, but just me zooming on this guy. He's kind of cool. I have the wrong zoom option on, so when I zoom in, look how he looks like a painting, doesn't he? I can't figure that out. It's like you're looking at it like everything's kind of pixelated. Anyway, so bear with the video. This is cool. This was a fun day for me, a little different. I got shut out of Holy Cross Wilderness because the gates aren't open yet. And it ended up being a great day. Hope you enjoy. Hey everybody, look at this. There's only one way into this place, and you can tell it's stepped on by feet. So what's going on, everybody? So a little disappointment today. I went to Holy Cross Wilderness. I was really excited. I have to be quiet because I want to hear what goes on. I've already got my whistles. As soon as I pulled up, I always pull up with my windows down, and you'll get a wood knocker whistle typically. Sometimes it'll happen, I think, before you get there. Give me a sec. Alright, so, there's some footprints here, you guys. This should be good today. So, I was saying, I tried to go to Holy Cross Wilderness. It should be open, and it's not. So, I'm at an undisclosed, secret, special location today. Hopefully it pays off. I think it will. It's not going to have... You know, that absolute beauty of Holy Cross and Bigfoot universe. Hopefully that's soon. I got some really good places planned for this week that aren't in those places that should be really good. Or at least areas that I'm going to. Look at this. Alright, so I've been in here before, but never a lot. And I've never gone too far. Like, there's so much to look at in here, so I'm really going in today. To this place. This should be good. You gotta see the ground. It's unbelievable at the footprints and stuff. And like this world that, see, look, you guys, you see how it's green? In here in this dark world, it's nothing, and it's not because of sun. It's because they've made it this way. Look carefully. Look at this structure. Look at these trails through here. I mean, I gotta be able to hang out with these guys sometime and just be a part of their day. That's what I want to do. I don't want to catch them and be hiding in the bushes. I want to just spend a day with Sasquatch. Perch right here. You guys, this is amazing. Active as can be. Look at the stick. Look at the perch there. Oh my goodness, this is good, you guys. I don't know what these are here. They're Sasquatch. See, if I hadn't seen them and they hadn't gone right up to Joel at the street, I would question it, because we have these great pictures. I've seen them. There's a couple here that look like they're the baddest ass individuals you'll ever see in your life. I mean, we even have eyeballs. It's unbelievable. Maybe I'll put one in here. Yes, they're right here. I have such a spot right here. Look at this. They were just here. You see that? Look at these. It's dug out. You guys, look at the trails. They are heavily active walking through here. There's a place of teepees in here too I want to find. Man, is it chilly. You guys, this is it. After today, it's gorgeous. Summer's finally here. We've had the most bizarre spring, like, and hard winter. So I go, right? Now I go, hold on. I got to do it right for the story. It was like, I can't do it now. For some reason I can't do. Anyway, I did a whistle. It came out perfectly, right? I get the same exact whistle from right here. So I've walked over here. I mean, it took me about 4 minutes to get here after the whistle. But this is, here it is. You guys, this is how they do it with me a lot of times. They're like, you want to see the spot? It's right here. And I was going down. I wouldn't have came over here. And here it is. He was letting me know, I'm 100% on this one. I really am. To come over here. And look at this world I just found in here. Holy worlds. If he did that whistle right now, I would be so happy. Look at this. I found home. See, I believe that this is where, in a spot like this, look at this, you guys. This is really, really good. I found the secret spot. Why would the crows land on me as soon as I get here? Why didn't they come over before? It always happens like that. Always with the birds. I don't get any birds until either I get nothing, it's so quiet you could almost lose your mind, or I'll get a lot of noise, but either one always happens on the structures. I swear. I get no activity unless I'm on the structures from anything. So that's why over the years I've been convinced that, they are the forest. And that's why I make fun of people trying to go in to see stuff at night when you're dealing with a species that is so elite compared to us. In a sense, like if you look at how we could be complete, what our possibilities are and how far we are from that versus them, there's not even a comparison in smartness and in knowing of this earth. And for you to walk out here with a flashlight makes you just an idiot. I'm sorry, but look at the size of that footprint. Look at that thing. Right here. It's amazing how all of these places have the walkthroughs. Hope everybody's well. I hope everyone that's sick is doing okay and hanging in there. I got a lot of people, you guys. Please pray for these people. A lot of people with cancer, that are sick. You got Joanne's, Jed is on chemo. So many people I know that are having trouble. It's really stressful for me. I'll tell you right now, it's one of the hardest things I do, is know so many people, and then, you always have some kind of, sadness going on, and it's just, I'm emotional like that. I care about people. Look at these trails. I'm already so far away. Give me a minute. I'll never understand these spots completely. See how it goes right through? It comes right in. That's a teepee right there, by the way. It's a teepee structure. A huge one. I mean, it goes up there, and then there's some kind of opening and hangout here. Look how the bend comes all the way in. I don't understand this place. Look at the trails through here, you guys. It's one of the most amazing things, but yet too many human brains. It's just too simple. They think too simply, you know. Well, that's where the deer walk. You know, the deer don't walk through here. Nothing walks through here except for the beings in this forest. Don't even get me started. Look at these random wallow type things. You know it's them, you guys, because I see it all the time. You see how there's one break, tree pushed over, another tree on top of it, another tree on top of it. Without fail, it's the same exact thing. That's why I try to tell people, Mark, you know where the trees have to fall on the ground. I'm like, first of all, no trees die here. They hardly ever die. Look at the trees growing. There's no dead ones. It's very rare. And then when one does fall down on its own, it just falls down. It's by itself. It's not into a language. Look at this going in there. See, that way they can hear anybody coming in. Any kind of game or any unwanted visitors at all. It's always set up that way. It's like, this is one of the reasons. Let me give you an idea of how I come to some of these conclusions that I come up with, okay? You see that? It's an amazingly huge blatant seat. Okay, it's got the blind right in front of it. It's got all kinds of stuff. Like, it's unapproachable, basically, from that way. Take a peek in there real quick. They like to be in the trees here. I see them in the trees while I'm editing all the time in here. It's like just up in here. It's not what you think. There's magic going on there. So when they're in a tree, it doesn't mean he climbed the tree. He's on some kind of platform that you can't see, that they connect to the existing structures here. It's one thing that I think I'm one of the only people in the world, if not the only one in the world, that knows this. They have structures on their side, or like a staff or whatever it is, and they'll touch this, which is connected to that mess over there, boom, and then they do it up in the trees as well, and it just makes them invisible. They have like these platforms or something up in the trees. I've literally seen one of the platforms. That tree is special to them, that's all I know. It was pretty cool. I was watching, it's not the most exciting video because, they're on vacation, but I was watching Chris Conner, Trail the Bigfoot. I was watching the Inca Trail. I saw him going up. His son was doing some of the filming. By the way, let me compliment Chris's son. He is a very well-spoken gentleman. He's what a blessing to have a kid that's as smart and as cool as he is. So I'm sure they had a great father-son trip. Good job, Chris, on that. I saw the one. He's trying to get to the top. Look, you can't tell on the video, you guys, but when you're walking up hills, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, this is what I do every day of my life just to get structures. And no one has any idea what I go through, how out of breath I am, and I understood exactly how he felt. When you never stop walking up, it's brutal. And then, believe it or not, going down isn't much fun either. Flat is your best bet. Look at this. So, good job. But basically, I was just trying to say that was cool. Thanks for filming that, Chris. That was nice. And what was the other guy's name? The tall guy, Mark? Is that his name too? Mark? I think he made the right decision on not going because he's got bad knees or something. You would have died on that trip. Like, that's, even with good knees, you're going to feel that. Okay, this is what I need. I'm walking all through this, right? No, like, I know there's symmetrical axes and stuff, but look at that. But I wasn't really seeing any. And there it is. I'm surprised at how few. There's some big boys back here. Look, there it is. The Inca Trail. It's so fascinating, isn't it, to think, I really wish I wasn't such an idiot when I was little and just dove into all history and studied, and God, I was so stupid, you know. I could know everything, you know. I would have studied so hard. I was just too stupid. This just keeps going back here. Look at that. $20 bill. Ooh, what's that down there? See, this is in front of that sea I was talking about. Oh, I never finished. So what I'm thinking is, when I see those big seats like that, it's clearly set up to watch this way, okay? And then it's got all the blinds. I'm almost sure, okay? I've determined, I swear. Now, of course, I could be wrong. I don't think so. All of these places are set up for each other. So there's ones that watching others always. I don't know if they're trying to take territory or what it is. I believe there's so many now. Maybe they may even rival our own numbers as humans. That's how many of these creatures there is. Is there a territory issue? You know, because what I'm saying is I see these perches set up to watch the hills. They're not watching for people. Let me tell you right now, there's never been a person in the world that's ever walked up this hill this way. It's impossible. They're watching for themselves, for others. So all of this, in my opinion, is done, of course, for them. And any precautions or anything they're taking, like footprints or hiding and all that stuff, it is for humans a little bit, but mostly it's for other ones of their world that they have a conflict with, or, you know, like I said, it's territory, or they're just at war. I have a feeling that it's always been some kind of battle going on. Based on what I see, I don't think I'm wrong. In fact, I know I'm right. That's the weirdest thing with certain things. They just let me know for sure. Like, that's the deal. All right, give me a second. That noise is right there. Happening right now on the camera. Did you hear that? Right, like right in there. There's one thing about these guys. They know exactly what I'm doing. They know me. You gotta remember, guys, when I try to zoom for them, it's for you guys. I don't want to see them right now, okay? I've been there, done that, don't need to, because it becomes so much more real one those days. And I don't know, when I'm not seeing something physically, it's much easier to do this. I don't necessarily want to. I hope that it happens for people that come out, but I've been there, done it, and once you've done it a few times, 5 or 6 times to be exact, you don't care. Like, you don't need it. You start to realize how special and how important it is for that not to happen. It's not meant to be, and I think it is changing a little bit, but right now, believe me, we're not really supposed to be seeing them. And when you do, it's a special, special treat. And I have to be honest, most of the time, they've done it. Well, there is exceptions, of course, but most of the time, when I've gotten to see them perfectly, even eyes to eyes, looking straight at one over there, looking right at me, it's typically been an accident on their part. They were getting, because I know what they do. I know how they follow me, and you catch on after a while. That guy made the mistake of making a really loud stick noise he stepped on or something, and that's what made me look, and he was right there, and he panicked. Look at this. So there's this other world type thing over there. I think I did film it. And this is something a little bit similar to that. You can see the bends. And they'll do it as a mess. That's how they fool regular people, you know? Like, oh, that's just a bunch of sticks. Exactly, you're fooled. Don't be so stupid. I wouldn't waste my time doing this, and neither would the 40,000 subscribers I have watching it, unless there was something to it. Something's been sitting right there. I see them do it all the time to the old trees. You guys, look at the tree. Okay, that's how it looks when nothing's messed with it too much. Here, it's all smushed. It was a seat, and I've seen it done 100 different times, maybe more. Hundreds of times. Especially in Bigfoot universe. I can't believe I can't get there yet. Alright, let's push. Just as I said, let's go on, look. It confirms everything I just said to you. Actually, everything I just showed you. If I can find it, there it is. Look at that bad boy. I know that you guys, the zoom, I forget about it. So look, if I go like this real fast, you're gonna hear it. Zzz, I can't hear it. I can feel it on my hands, but... So to zoom without a noise, I gotta go like this. I'll start doing that, you guys. So some people were complaining, like, I can hear your zoom, it's too loud. It's like, listen, man, I'm using one of the best cameras available to man for this kind of stuff. Right Panasonic if the zoom is too loud. I mean, we have more important things to worry about, okay? Whether the zoom or this is, or I talked too much, or the whistle, or this, or just shut up, for Christ's sake. Look at this. This was all just done. That's a footprint right there. That's right there. I made it, you know, a little bigger, but it was something really dug in there. This is a perch. That's right on the outside of all that. I can't do my whistle. All right, let's go back in further. So look at that right behind me. The way it like zigzags and stuff. That's what people don't understand. It's the same thing. It's a teepee structure at the bottom. See the teepee? Look at that. It's a tough thumbnail because people see that on Facebook and they don't have the know-how to see that that's actually a teepee structure. It's amazing. To me, it's like so common. You know, that's why we need to keep regular people and me separate. And then once they get to, when I say regular, I just mean people that don't understand this. And then when they, you know, get to that level, fine, let them come in. You guys need to protect me from those people. I'm going to lose my mind one day. I'm not here for the rest of the world. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the believers, the people that already know about this, are very willing and have an open mind and are willing to learn about it. Look at the pine. You guys, look how much pine cones are being eaten here. I mean, have been eaten. It's unbelievable. Oh, there's no doubt I got eyes on right now. This is the most unique spot back here so far. Look at that structure. You guys, that is a freaking amazing. That's amazing. Hey, what about that zooming place? I got to go back over there. I got to bring a tripod or something and just I gotta do some more zooms on that spot. It's only about a mile to walk to that spot, but it takes me a long time to get there. Hours. Hour and a half at least to get there. Look at look at this, okay? I need you to see this. So you got the structure, right? Look at the path next to it. Sasquatch Highway. Yes, don't be mistaken on the zoom. Listen really carefully. See, I can't hear it, but I think that's been mixed in with some sounds or me talking, and people think it's a sound in the forest, and it's not. It's just my zoom, and I can't help it. So sometimes I'm ADDing out, and I zoom too fast. That's what this camera's supposed to do. Look at this trail. I want to show you something. I don't care if this is an hour-long boring video. I'm out here all day today. Well, not here, but I'm somewhere all day today. Look. This is how cool this is. Footprints going in and out of that place. Look, just walk out. There's nothing except tons and tons, I don't know if that's the right word, of walking across this field from where I was to there. And look here, guys. You know, regular people, this is where they would be, someone with their dog. You have no idea. This is what I'm trying to tell people. No idea that there's 50 creatures right there. Yes, 50 at least. Watching you. And you'll never know it. Even when someone tells you, hey, there's millions in the people, that doesn't make any sense. There's millions of people in the world trying to tell you, yet you're just too dumb. There's no other, I don't care, I hope that does sound mean. You know why? Because it actually wakes people up. I can't be nice when I talk about ignorance. Stupid people. You know, because those people are stupid in every other way too. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the people that, you know, stand in the middle of the road with signs because the wrong president was elected. You know, things like that, you know? They're just idiots. This whole world is full of them. And I'm just being honest. I'm not being mean. God, I wonder what's over there. Well, because, you know what? You gotta see this walking in here. It's just like me. That's me. You can tell when it's a foot that pushes it over. I've gotten very good at it. Well, you know what? Instead of going over there, see how these outskirts you can see nothing? Right? And being that I'm probably 35 minutes from my truck, I'm just gonna keep going. I might just stay here today. All right, so let's keep this video. It's already probably a half hour long or so. So I'm gonna keep this video to a minimum here. But I'm gonna do I'm doing a lot off camera here, but I wanted to just kind of show you where I'm going. I'm going across the field now. Just based on that structure. And just take a peek on what's over there. That's all. And I might not even film a lot of this. I got enough here, but I'm just doing this for my own thing. Blatant. Been following this since the other world. You can tell it's whole feet. There's no doubt about it. This is Sasquatch walking through here. It's not game. You know how I know? Because it only happens, look how big it is, from spot to spot. So there's a trail from that structure across the street to the next structure. This is the type of place where you could see a huge moose too. A sec. All right, there's nothing really over here. They did this, but this is a good video or a good clip because it'll give you an idea of how. Look, they definitely did that. Look at that stick. There's just no way. No, I think they're right in here. Like, in fact, that's a great place to look right there. But here's a perfect example of what a forest looks like. And they're still walking right through here. Where they haven't been. Why isn't there wind damage here where it's really open? That's what I want to know. Why are the trees not making symmetrical X's here? Why is there no giant bird's nest of structures here? Maybe I should film more of this so people understand what I'm actually showing them. I don't want people getting spoiled on what I'm showing you. It's something so unbelievable. It's beyond anybody's comprehension at the places that I'm showing. And maybe you do need to see more of this to understand that there's where I'm actually standing. What's up, guys? I know you're in there. Just saying that. That's such a hiding tree. This trail goes through here. All right, bye. Always the same. That's such a simple thing. Such a simple thing. People just won't look. Which, like I said, is a good thing. No complaints there. I'm not complaining. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. It's an amazing thing, just how... I guess if you've been through what I have, there's no one in the world that could have been with me and not... even just for a day, and not believe in Bigfoot. I could take anyone in the world and change everything you knew very quickly. Everything you thought you knew very quickly. Never know. I'll tell you, this has been really cool. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the video short, so I'm not filming. But I've been all through here, right? Like this open, it's really green and pretty, but really not much going on, right? I'm like, let me just do... See, here's the trick, guys. You get used to certain things, right? So I'm always going to the same types of areas for structures, but remember what I say. I have to remember what I say. Like, everything's out of your thinking. When it comes to them, it's out of your thinking. So for me to think that they're not here just because I don't see any structures is stupid. So I'm pretending like I'm in the best spot in the world, and I'm actually coming across really cool things. And I'm still on the same exact trail that Sasquatch walks on. And you know it's them because of this. Look, it was stuck in the ground. Always in the ground about that far. Someone asked me the other day, how far in the ground usually? It depends on the stick and where it is. See that? Symmetrical X. Now, I don't know why they do that except just to mark. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, a bad one coming into that they didn't want. I don't know. I don't understand it. Why they mark the trails. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I could take my a 4-year-old, be like, listen, son, we live out here now. You know how to follow the trail over there. Don't leave it, you know. I don't get why they have to mark everything. They tell you everything. Look. So that's what this is. This area is like an in-between. Look at that giant field goal. It's like in between. And they're traveling in between the spots. They do so little in here, but yet still tell you 100% with those little structures. Look how blatant. This is still in that same type of area. Look at the sea, guys. Look how dug out it is. I saw where they came in. Right from there's a doorway right there. And of course you have your other sticks. Show it to me without the sticks. I've never shown you a seat in my life that wasn't marked. Remember that. And there's your border, which goes to his seat. That's pretty cool. Leaner, just stuck in the ground right there. That's just literally stuck in the ground. It's hard to zoom up there. Very cool. Well, guys, this is funny. Have you ever seen Colorado Bigfoot? Yes, I'm speaking in third person. In a place like this. No, you haven't. Meaning there's nothing. Isn't that amazing? I've walked so far. I don't know why. I keep coming into a... Because I can't help to follow these tracks. I got to the open, I stepped right next to them. They're exactly the same thing as my feet. And I keep following them in hopes that this led somewhere. Let me keep going. You know, and there's nothing else except a blatant old, structure for some reason that goes into those trees. That's it. I've been doing this, I don't know why. I feel like I'm not wrong. Blatant field goal, uphill. Trident next to it. 2 leaning. Same trail. I've been on this for at least a mile now, without exaggerating at all, like at least a mile. And I got a structure right in front of me. I want to see what its deal is. I love seeing the sticks together like that. And then you come here, I don't understand any of this. and then it's blocking the trail. Okay, so here's where the trail, I guess, begins, sort of. Oh my God, where the hell am I? Look, you can tell where they step even. Look at that. You'd never even be able to see that trail, and it goes for a mile. I don't know why I'm so sure to keep going this way, because I kind of want to go home, get the four-wheeler, and I could go just a half-hour ride. I can get to this really cool place that I want to show you guys. It might not be that exciting, but I think we're going to get timestamps, and I want to zoom to this special place I found from a rickety old four-wheeler trail. And I don't know if it's enough to be its own video. That's why I kind of wanted to. I was hoping that I could. Oh, it's an X, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It tells you that whole world that just came from is right in there. It even tells you. How cool is that with a Trident and everything? That's a Trident, believe it or not, guys. Trust me, it's a Trident. Even though it just looks like the top of a tree, it represents what they want it to. Look at that. I couldn't even see the side view. Ooh, there's a teepee structure. Man, do they hide good in there. They're just right in there. I bet you those, when I was like, how often do you see Colorado Bigfoot in this? I'll bet you anything, they're right in there. Because even though I wasn't seeing anything really structure-wise, I just knew to keep coming this way. And look at my view, guys. Like, I want to be somewhere else, and I'm, for some reason, going to keep going this way. Let's see what happens. Well, that happened. I don't know how much further I'm going to be able to go down. I'm really far away now from my truck. The good thing is it's not difficult, really, to get back. It's uphill, but it's not too bad. Interesting, right? How that structure right there, that one with the X and everything, is just showing you. I followed the trail, it came right out on the structure. So when you go right in, you know, this is all for these beings. You know, it's almost like a caution sign, I think. You know, it might be a few things. Yes, we're in here. You know, caution, stuff like that. Now, here's the other problem with people. You guys are using your brains too much with this subject. Like I said, most of you are probably smarter than me. I'm not comparing brain power here, but when it comes to them, you can't think rationally. Like, there's too many suggestions that are just, yeah, it makes great sense to us, but it's wrong, because everything that applies to them doesn't make any sense to us so far. The blatant structure right there. All right, let's see what happens. You guys, no fair. Because this is an unplanned day. I had to pick a spot that was an hour from where I went because it's still closed at the bottom access. In the middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, I am so out here. It's unbelievable. Yet they're still here. You just gotta know how to look. I guess, you know what, I've come this far. You see, this is good here. There's got to be something in these pines. You want to know why? This is how I do it, yes. So now I see all kinds of, you know, elk and moose prints. But you see that forest? So I got that structure I just showed you, right? I can't see anything. The pines are smaller but very thick. And what you can tell is, look behind. See, there's an older forest back there where the tops come way up top. You got a big tree out front, and there's a big tree in the middle. Two big trees in the middle. Just towering over all the other areas. And typically, those focal points inside a smaller forest will be the best. How, or why, I don't know. So I'm not expecting the world, but I've come this far. Let's just take a peek in those woods. All right, so I just entered that forest, right? The smaller forest. These are actually white pines, which I don't think they like that much. Yeah, they're here. We got a break. Comes down. Always look carefully. See this? How it's connected to that branch there. That's not an accident. Me doing all this, that's an accident. That is not an accident. Seriously, guys, you guys realize, right? You're watching this video, which I know isn't, it's tough to do any bragging on this video, but I do this all by accident. There was never even a thought of me ever picking up a camera. Ever. I never took pictures of anything, really. Like, with my cell phone, yeah, but just like everyone else does, that's it. You know, like your random days of your life. This is all an accident. All right, so I got those signs. Yeah, once I got in here, I was a little discouraged, actually, with what I'm seeing, but I got to keep going. Based on if I didn't see those three structures right there, I probably would have turned around. There's something drawing me back into these woods. Wait a second. Well, I can see where, right back there, I got a really good view. If you saw it, I was showing you, there's these tall forests. I think you got to go over there. I'll bet you it's really good over there. But it just brings me so far away. Look at that one. Tell me that's not so blatant, you guys. Try that. Look at that. It's like a treehouse up there. Look at the size of that one. I don't have the patience to zoom in and out slowly so you don't hear that noise. I just want to zoom in and zoom out and get out of here. And I want to just sit there. I do want it to be nice when you're watching it, though. All right, I give up. Yeah, no coincidence on that Trident. Look on the bottom of it. Look at all the leaners that go up this Trident. I was just sitting there for 20 minutes, too. I had no idea. Until I started walking away. And I'm like, look behind it. Right? Just leaning there. See that? It's just leaning there. Just leaning there. Just leaning. Giant ones, too. Look how the branches get pulled out on this side. Trident. You know, I got to figure out what is the significance of these things. Like, and why in the middle of nowhere where they're not doing anything did they mark up such a beautiful Trident? Unless that was more important a long time ago, but I don't think so. I've noticed that I don't think they have their areas and they might move over 100 feet, but they don't just pick up and leave. It's not that easy, I don't think. I really believe there's some kind of territory thing involved. Like, believe it or not, like property ownership in a sense. All right, give me a sec. Look where I am, you guys. This is cool. I'm kind of happy that I'm not filming a Bigfoot video. I'm just walking like in the middle of nowhere, which is incredible, you know, because like I said, it does show you the difference between standing and looking at structures and seeing nothing. Notice that you cannot see that Trident from the side. It just looks like a regular tree. From the other side, it's very noticeable. Look at that. Look at the trail underneath the X. I'm gonna lose my mind one day. I really am. I think I already did. I've lost it a few times, but now it's really starting to, I can't figure. All I see now is them. I don't see us. I just see them. I see their stuff. That's it. That's all I see. Is that like a piece of metal or something? Look at these trails. This is something. Look at that thing. Look at that. Those are all different trees. Big giant symmetrical X right in front of it. And every single thing around it is decorated and marked. That's really cool. I'm trying to do this quickly. I was kind of hoping just to walk you through here. And I'm seeing so many things. That whole walk, just to get here. Look at the bent tree. That's bent right there. Right there. I see it all the time when they do it. All the time. And it's bent into between two trees. Look at the size of that symmetrical X. More underneath it. This is where you guys wanted me to see, huh? Then why don't you give me noises? Look at this place, guys. Look where they brought me. I walked through this field and just threw it into nowhere. It was the weirdest feeling, you guys. What the hell? Yes, that just started moving by itself. Hopefully that was on camera. I'm not kidding. God, how does this happen to me? How did it happen? Tell me how it happens. I'm losing it. Used to be something going on there. This stick just went like this. Okay. Right in front of me. I think the camera was pointing at it. It just wasn't zoomed. Look at this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is so good considering my plans were changed today. Oh man, look at that teepee I'm seeing. Man, it is eerie and I got eerie vibes. So big time. I'm kind of glad this is in 4K. Son of a gun, I almost died. This moved on me. 4K in here because it's so busy. It's tough to see. Ooh, there's one of those cylinder type. Oh, no, it's not. It's just a regular teepee. Look at that thing. How does that happen in the middle of all of this? I know you guys are here. I can feel it in my bones. I haven't felt it all day. I'm in here. The entire forest dies for the first time all day that I was aware of anyway. And I'm seeing this. And you guys are just completely silent. I mean, what is it? There's like a switch that turns the birds off? I mean, I don't get how you do it. How are they all aware of what you want? Is it telepathy? I mean, I don't get it. You guys, look at this. Holy moly. Field goal. It's so busy. You really got to look. Look at this cylinder type thing. There's a really cool cylinder right there, TP, which is an X at the top, 2 X's at the top. Look at this spot. Look in the inside. Holy shit. Excuse my language. Sometimes holy cow just doesn't work for me. You can barely walk in here until you know, but it's amazing. You can get on their trail. Someone else, I was walking like this the other day. Is there any way you can film upward when you're walking? I was like, listen, you're talking about 10 seconds. People like to see the ground. They're looking for footprints. So you got to see the pictures I get that I miss the stuff on the ground. So I could walk like this, which I do, but I also walk like this because you want to see everything. This is by far the most amazing thing I've ever been in. in this type of situation, like the eerie hiding places. You guys, look how clear it is inside. Holy moly. The disturbances on the ground are unreal. So he's standing right here. Here's what it looks like when a Bigfoot stands in his spot. Symmetrical X. Trail right in. He's got it blocked just a little bit. He's standing right here. Look how open it is, and there's footprints everywhere underneath. Like, you can see all the footprints. So, believe that or not, I think I knew without a doubt I was getting to a spot. I didn't know it was going to look like this. I thought it was going to be like more of like standalone structures. I'll take this. After all that walk through those open fields, just knowing to keep going, like they just gave me like a knowing. Like I don't normally would have just stopped. Look at this Trident, you guys. God, what the hell just moved behind me? Oh, what was this? This was like on my backpack. I'm like, it is right behind me. It did not sound like that though. You guys, look at this. This is where they live. This is where the forest beings live. I don't know what's so hard for you to understand. I'm just going to say it once. If you don't believe this, you should have no problem going in your woods and filming this, right? Go film me a spot that looks like this. I'm talking to a non-believer. He can't. That's the funny thing. He's got this ridiculous theories in his head. And by the way, it's almost always the guys, you guys. It's never women. Women have intuition. They get it. You know what I mean? Women figure stuff out way more than guys, way easier and faster. They don't have the denial like guys have. Most women don't. I'm telling you, I deal with both. And I have a pie chart that tells me what percentage of subs are male and which ones are females. And my females just get it. I'm sorry, guys. Not all of them. There's some guys that are very on board. I just mean typically, especially in a newer situation, women are much more willing and open than men. And I never knew that till I did this. It's amazing how smart women are. I'm not talking about we're going to have a competition in trigonometry. I'm talking about just naturally intuitive. Like, women are born with an intuition. It's bizarre. Sometimes that intuition isn't really there, I think, until you have kids. What do they call it? Like a mother's intuition. But I think that's kind of what it is. That motherly, they call it a mother's intuition, but it's actually not. It's just a superpower females are given. Some females, look at the trails in and out of these places. And that's why women, man, the new women are such a pleasure. Because they don't have like they'll have questions and stuff, but there's just an open mind there. That's just so refreshing and easier to deal with than just some moron, Look at that. Everything I do is real. Everything. Everything I show is as far as being related. So, it gets a little frustrating, that's all. All right, look at that. They brought me all the way over there for that. One amazing spot. Like, Mark, you need to come over here. I'm telling you guys, they brought me there. They brought me there. Remember, the camera's turned off. Things happen. Like, I can't really explain most of the time because I don't even know how. My battery's gonna die. Let's just walk for a minute. Look how chewed up. It looks like gamer here, but it's not. This is a Bigfoot trail. There's no poop on the ground. No scat, nothing. This is their world. Right here. Really eerie. You guys, if I could count how many times I've seen that today. An X on another one like that, which is... I see it, but man... Not like here. I've seen it so many times today. Look at this Sasquatch highway. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much for letting me walk down the Sasquatch Highway. We'd love to call you by another name if you would tell us what it is. Over now. I think there's even toes on this. The lighting is always bad for me on these footprints. Without fail. I get home and it's usually not too bad, but there's a footprint right there. Let me show you just because I can't see it on the screen. It's right there without putting my foot down. Look at that footprint. It's freaking amazing. It's 1,000%. Any scientist, get some specialists out here, they'll tell you that's a Bigfoot footprint. And right behind me is one of the most amazing worlds that I was just led to. Freaking mind blower.